Hi everybody, this is Tammy from Winky World Adventures. If you're new here, welcome. I am here in my kitchen in Florida in our fifth wheeler, and we are living down here now. We moved here from Minnesota, most of you know that probably, and we're living as minimalists so that we can do things we enjoy and have fun, like go camping more, go on some cheap cruises and things like that. But you know, I got to thinking, I've talked to a few people lately and seen some comments on some of our videos relating to minimalism and what exactly is minimalism, and you know, can you really have certain things if you're a minimalist or do certain things? And I just wanted to touch on that today, because how much do we really have to get rid of or give up in order to be a minimalist? And I guess, in my opinion, and please write in the comments what you think and if you have a different opinion, minimalism can kind of be different according to what your goals are, I think, or what you're looking to achieve through being a minimalist. So for us, for instance, we wanted to downsize. We had a home. We had a big house up in Wisconsin near Lake Superior, and we just sold it a little over 4 years ago. It had 4 bedrooms, one was an office. Ron had a huge storage workshop garage area that was separate from the house, a big yard, the whole 9 yards. We had it all, and it was a lot. It was a lot to take care of because all the kids were grown out of the house. And so we just decided we wanted to downsize and move closer. First of all, we moved closer to Ron's mom and dad. We lived in an apartment for a few years until just recently. And so we had to downsize from that 4-bedroom house into the apartment. And we got rid of a lot of things then. We gave a lot of things away. We did have a storage. We still do have a few things in there. But our main goal eventually was to get to Florida. We've always loved Florida and wanted to get down here. After Ron's mom and dad became ill and sick and unfortunately passed away, his dad just this last February, we had to make a decision about our future. At that point in time, did we want to stay in the apartment? You know, what was our plan, you know? And at that point, we decided we wanted to downsize further in order to move to Florida and really become minimalists, is what we really wanted to do in the first place. Now, for us, minimalism doesn't mean getting rid of everything that you love or enjoy or have joy from. It's really thinking about, okay, what do I really need, right? What do I really need here? Do I need to have 3 different blenders? Do I need to have 2 different crock pots and an Instapot, right? Do I really ever look at these clothes that are hanging in the back of my closet that don't fit me anymore? Right? Oh my gosh. No. And you know what it does? It takes our energy. It takes energy to have to think about these things all the time, right? To make decisions regarding them, you know, or remember where we put them. It takes our mental energy and a lot of times physical energy too to have to deal with these things. So by getting rid of the things that we don't need or we don't use or we don't even like anymore, and just giving them away or recycling, having other people use them, so we're not making a huge impact on the environment, right, by just throwing things away. We're making our lives simpler. We're taking away some of the clutter that's cluttering our brains, right? And cluttering our daily lives so that we can think about other things and really live in the moment and just kind of be and enjoy our lives. So that's been our focus, is to do that. Now, like I said, does that mean we have to get rid of everything? For us, no. No, I know there's some minimalists that believe, no, you need to get rid of everything so that you don't have to think about anything. You know, just have gray walls, have a couple black shirts in your closet, make it easy, simple, and then you don't have to make any decisions, right? And you know, if that's their philosophy, that's great. Go for it. But for us, we like to have a little variety in our lives. So we, you know, we do have a very limited wardrobe now. And I'll show you that in a minute. But, you know, we don't have a lot. We went from having huge closets. We had, you know, in our extra bedroom, we had clothes in there in our closets, down to this little RV closet now, right? And that's one thing nice about this place is it really limits the amount of clutter and things, stuff that we can bring in. We're not allowing ourselves to bring in more. And when we do bring in more, we try to find used things like at a thrift store or Goodwill so that we're not buying so many new things. You know, except obviously we had to buy a few new things for the walls and things, but they were super inexpensive and something we'll probably keep for a really long time and then recycle them for someone else to use, right? But, you know, and another question I guess is to ask is, does it bring you joy, right? So do I need it? Do I use it? Do I even like it? Does it bring me joy? Because there's some things we have that we hold on to that we really find joy from. So to part with those would be kind of silly. For instance, like our popcorn popper. So we had one person make a comment, hey, you're not really a minimalist. You have a popcorn popper and a cat tree. So that got me to thinking, okay, that in that person's view, it's not minimalistic to have a popcorn popper or a cat tree. And that's fine for that person. Now for us, these things are used and they bring us joy. It's not something that we're just putting in the basement. It's not something that's gathering dust. And we have very few things like this, right? We're limited by our space, so we're not able to have a lot of things like this. But for us, the popcorn machine is a fun thing, and we've had it. We didn't buy it just recently. We've had this for several years, and we bought it because we love fresh popcorn. So for us to make our own fresh popcorn that tastes like movie popcorn, we don't have to go to the movies as much, right? So we're saving money there because we're not having to go out and buy buttered popcorn at the movie theater. And it's healthier because I don't like microwave popcorn. It's not really healthy in my opinion. But anyway, we can make our own popcorn here, and you know, it lasts for days. Sometimes we can put it in Tupperware and use it. So for us, that's fun. We love the smell. It brings back great memories for us. We can enjoy a movie right here, and it just makes it simple. Again, we're using it. It brings us joy. We love watching movies. So for us, this is something we wanted to hang on to. Somebody else might think that's clutter, and that's fine in their opinion, but for us, it's not clutter. This is a huge part of what we do. It's part of our lives. And as for the cat tree, this is something that is used also by our cats, right? I mean, our cats like to look out the window. They have to scratch. If you've ever had cats, you know they have to. They have to be able to scratch something. So we have to have things for them to scratch on other than the woodwork, which is what they were kind of scratching on at first when we got here. So now we've been having them use these cat scratching poles, and this we've had for several months, by the way. And like I said, the cats get joy out of that. We get joy out of watching them use it and look out the window and see birds and squirrels and who knows, maybe some different creatures running by. We've heard there's monkeys in the trees even out here. So, you know, it's just fun. It's fun and brings us joy. Okay, so I just thought I would show you our closet real quick. I don't think I showed you that in the tour that we just did. If you didn't see that video, you can go watch and see the tour of our whole fifth wheeler here, our home base as we're calling it. But this is our closet. We each have, you know, there's mirrors on it. Kind of old school, but that's okay. So up here, I mean, I just have a few hats, you know, that I saved. And I had several hats before, so I tried to get it down to 3 hats. I think I might have, maybe I have 4. But you know, with the sun here in Florida, it's kind of a prevention for me for skin cancer too. So it's a good thing for me to wear hats. So that's something I feel like I need, and I do wear them. You'll see me with hats on in the videos for sure. But look at this. I got everything down. Okay, this is where Ron's clothes start. And so this little area here is not just my clothes. It's also for jackets. Now we have our jackets in here as well because we don't use the front entry closet for jackets. So I got everything down to here. Now I do have a few pair of pants and some sweatshirts in a drawer over here, and of course my underwear and stuff in a drawer, and pajamas. So I've got those in drawers. But again, we were limited on space, so we had to whittle it down to almost nothing. So you'll probably see me wearing the same shirts a lot in videos, you know, the same pants, what have you, because we don't wear them as much. Now, I did save a few things for when we go on cruises. So, you know, I've got a little dress you'll probably see me on in our upcoming videos. And I did allow myself a couple of Black Friday purchases. This one I think I got for like $7. So as a minimalist, am I allowed to buy new clothes? Well, I do feel like occasionally it's okay to freshen up, you know, have something new to wear. Again, it brings me joy. You know, if you wear the same things over and over, which I mostly do, you know, you just feel once in a while like you need something fresh. So again, I have that rule that if I get something new, I have to get rid of something else. So I put a shirt in the Goodwill box when I got this one. But anyway, I also got rid of most of my jewelry when we moved. So I was able to get it down to this. And it's just, you know, simple, mostly studs and a few earrings that I wear for dress up, you know, when we do have a dress up occasion or something. But like, I only have 2 necklaces. I don't really wear necklaces very much on the back here. But it all fits into this. So that saves space. But not only that, it helps me, you know, get rid of the clutter again as a minimalist. So I'm trying to only keep things that I use, that I like, and that bring me joy. So if I had some jewelry I hadn't worn for a few years, or that was getting kind of, you know, that metal faded look, I threw them away. So, or donated them. But anyway, that's my jewelry. So my closet is pretty sparse right now. I mean, I have shoes. I have, well, I'd say maybe 10 pair of shoes. So I've got my hiking boots, which I need so I don't, if I go on a trail, so I don't fall again, right? Things I need. And tennis shoes for when we take longer walks that aren't really hiking. I've got, you know, sandals for dress up. But I don't have 10 pairs anymore. I just have 1 pair. And I have a white pair too, I think. And then a few pair of sandals, because obviously in Florida we have to have flip-flops and things. But that's it, guys. I do have a couple pair of pants up here. But otherwise, you know, that's pretty much it. I was able to whittle it down to that. So as a minimalist, I do feel it's okay to have a few things that bring you joy again. A few things in my wardrobe that I really like, but I'm wearing them. They fit me. That's another big one. It doesn't fit you, right? I got rid of everything that didn't fit me. And then I'll be wearing everything. I've got a few things for special occasions or like our cruise coming up. But those I do use too, right? So I think that's, again, the questions I keep asking myself over and over and over again. Do I need it? Am I using it? You know, does it bring me joy? Or is it something that I like? So those are the questions. But anyway, I'm so curious about what other people think, because this has sparked a lot of questions in my own mind as to minimalism and what other people are doing out there. You know, maybe your definition of minimalism is a little different than ours, and that's okay. You know, how do you look at minimalism and downsizing and decluttering? Is it different for you? Go ahead and write your opinions in the comments because I'm really curious and looking forward to reading them. So take care, have a great day, and God bless.